Gormley. It is Tuesday, July the 16th, and I hope you are having a great day. So, busy. Are you crocheting this week? Are you in the midst of summer projects? Are you thinking ahead to winter projects? So, I'm doing a little bit of both, trying to think about summer projects at the same time. Not a kickback, not a promotion, but I did see an email come across my list today that the Woobles are having some sort of Prime Day sale. So I'm not involved with that, but if you've been waiting for Woobles to be on sale, I think they are on sale from what I could read from the subject line of the email, that they are for sale on Amazon, I think, or go to the Woobles website. I don't know. So if you're interested in Woobles but think they're overpriced and need a discount, you might be able to snag one today. Underneath most of my videos is a link to Amazon. You can always shop Amazon through my link, and even if it's not crochet related, that might send a few pennies my way. Anyway, I am working on a gazillion things. I always have a little list going. I'm working diligently on the baby blanket book. So excited to finally make some serious progress there. I am getting ready to. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. Can you believe it's 11 o'clock already? Where has the day gone? I'm still working on the this is I'm on the third. This is going to be a small blanket. I'm on the third ball of this multicolored yarn. I've got a whole ball left, or maybe 2/3 of a ball left. So this isn't going to be huge. It's going to be a stroller size blanket, I guess. And I am just crocheting a rectangular granny square out of this yarn just to keep my hands busy when I'm in meetings and I don't need to take notes. Hey, BJ, good morning. Good morning, Linda. Thumbs up. So thank you so much for reminding us. So I'm still working on this blanket with this Willow Daily multicolored yarn. And I'm using a J size hook. It's a granny rectangle, which this one at the top, yes, is also a granny square. And I did a video for the granny rectangle and the granny square twin blankets a few weeks ago. Tomorrow, there's a new video out that will be left-handed at 7:45 a.m., right-handed at 8 a.m. Eastern, and that is a Tunisian video, so hopefully you love that. Yay! Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Welcome. So what are you working on? Let's do our water cooler talk. What are we doing with crochet? So my little stack back here is shrinking because I've taken most of the baby blankets out to do new photographs of the baby blankets that I have in my possession so that they are ready to go in the baby blanket book. Oh, that is so hard to say. So working on that. I'm excited to make that stack grow again, but right now the priority is getting the baby blanket book ready and out the door. And let's see, this is July. I still want to have it done by the end of September for real. You're doing crochet bags like purses and totes, or are you? Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to hear more. So the other thing I've been thinking about is this chair. So I don't even remember which day we talked about. We talked about it on the 5-Minute Crochet Podcast. But I have this vintage chair here where the stuffing is all coming out. And if I could find a way to crochet a cover for it, that would be really cool. So I'm also working on the Franken blanket, which is all of my swatches thrown together in one blanket. And so I think that would really be cool for a slipcover for the chair. However, visually, I need something a little more soothing. As it's, sits across from me while I'm working all day, every day. So I think I need something visually more soothing for the cover of that chair. the Franken blanket, which is all discordant, unrelated swatches and every color imaginable thrown together into one blanket. That is going to be, I think, too busy visually for me to like look at it across from me while I'm trying to focus on work every day. But so the Franken blanket, the chair cover, the baby blanket book, the mindless stitching while I'm working or while I'm in meetings, the Ruby by the Sea shawl, all of those things are in process right now. How many projects do you have in process right now? I really have several special, gorgeous hanks of yarn that I would like to make into great projects, but I only have like one or two hanks or one or two balls of each of those, but the colors are amazing. So I'm trying to decide if I should like make a hat pattern that would be versatile and kind of use up some of that yarn, or the next book should be like, well, one or two skeins. Of course, the last book, one skein crochet, the last official published by a publisher book, one skein crochet. I guess I could just use some of those, or I could just create more one skein projects. So anyway, I really hope this baby blanket book does well on Amazon, and I can use it to jumpstart creativity for writing more books in crochet, because I really miss it. I really miss making crochet books. So I'm anxious to get back. And so baby blanket book will be number 7. The first 6 are all with publishers. Some of them are out of print. Some of them are hard to find. But anyway, hey, Marie, you're making a gingham towel and a ripple blanket. You need pure mindless right now. All your knitting is on pause because you're really enjoying crochet. Okay, wonderful. So yes, mindless, repetitive, meditative crochet is really helpful when life starts to get a little chaotic and you're coping with stuff and trying to look forward and trying to make peace with things. So go for it, Marie. Do what you got to do. Go with what soothes your soul, whether it be knitting or crochet or macrame or painting. You have one work in progress in your bag. You've got 5 ideas you want to start on, but finding yourself at a wall trying to get them started and not sure why. Okay. Overcoming obstacles. So I often get obstacles in terms of procrastination, usually when I'm afraid of like not doing it right or not having it measure up to what I want in my head. And the only cure is to fake it. So, you've heard the phrase fake it till you make it. And the same kind of rule applies to motivation. If you can fake being motivated, you are in fact motivated. So if you're finding that the obstacle is a fear of failure or fear of not doing it right, then if we remove that obstacle, you're almost finished with your first amigurumi, a ghost, and he glows in the dark. Wonderful, Linda. That is so fun. If you remove the obstacle of it needs to be perfect, then it might be easier to get started. So if you say, I'm only going to work the first 3 rows, that's it. And I will then plan on ripping it out and doing it again. I'm going to give myself 2 false starts before I know I'll get into the project. Or I'm going to do 5 rounds to get to practice it, to swatch it before I make a decision if I'm ready to commit to the full project. That gives you a little bit of an exit so that if you hate it, it's not, you've already planned that you will pull back, or that you'll adjust, or that this is just the first draft. And I call it kind of yarn doodling. If you can just yarn doodle and play with yarn without worrying about like what's going to happen, and instead allow yourself to just put a stitch here, put a stitch there. Oh, wonderful. Great, Marie. I'm so glad. Put a stitch here, put a stitch there. Oh, what does this look like in a popcorn? What does this look like in a cluster? And have 0 expectation. And the only expectation is play for an hour or 3 rounds or whatever. Then that takes away some of the pressure that the project needs to be good or the project needs to be perfect, or the project needs to be exact. And instead, it gives you the freedom to just crochet for the sake of crocheting because it makes you happy. And then sometimes that takes away the obstacle. So I hope that helps and you get some, remember, a relaxing and valuable use of your time. Hey, Dawn. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at you using a channel member icon. Oh, wonderful, Nicole. I'm so glad. So remember that crocheting being a relaxing and valuable use of your time does not mean the same thing as completing a gorgeous project. Sometimes crocheting for a relaxing and valuable use of your time is just mindless stitching, even if it's ugly. Or even if it's ruffly, or even if there's errors, or even if it's, the math is wrong, or even if you had to fudge it, like it's still valuable to spend your time doing something you love. It's still relaxing to spend your time stitching. It doesn't mean a relaxing and valuable use of your time does not mean that you end up with a perfect finished product, in my opinion. Okay, I gotta go for today. So we're looking at a few minutes before 9 every day the rest of this week. And I hope you have a relaxing and valuable use of your time today. And if you're having trouble getting started on any project, just give it 5 minutes without expectation that it needs to be perfect or done or correct or perfect or whatever, and see if that helps you jumpstart. Have a great day, everyone.